Hello to everybody watching this video. My name is Steven S., better known as S Squared, and this is Milwaukee, Wisconsin on a fine, beautiful Labor Day weekend. Hot summer day, very hot day today. And this is 2015, Labor Day weekend 2015, and I'd like to introduce you to my huge single bean plant, one bean plant, which I planted this year around the middle of May. Actually May 11th I planted the bean plant from seed. It all started as a seed like this. Oh, you can see, and one seed, that's one seed, this little size, that's the seed right there. I planted the seed, actually, of course, I started it in the greenhouse. I started it in the pot in a greenhouse. A couple weeks later, then I planted it in the ground, and this turned out to be a record for me. In my full 44 years of gardening, never ever did I grow one single bean plant this big. We'll give you an idea of the size of this thing here. There's a, right over here I have standing a 7-foot ladder. 7 feet is actually up to the top of the rung over here. So, and we're going to take a measurement. It goes, you can see it goes way beyond the 7-foot level here. So we're going to take a measurement and add to that. I have to get up on this higher step here. And let's see how much more we have beyond. I'm going to measure actually from the top of the rung here, or the top of it. Okay, and we got like right there, it takes us right to the top end. Now I got my finger marked on this here. And take a good close look at it. As we can see, we got another 54 inches added on. It's 4.5 feet. So that makes the total height of 11.5 feet on this plant. I'll give you an idea of width. I can go this way. I got a 6-foot arm span, and you can see it's even beyond that, even beyond the 6 feet. It's huge. And what I had to do, because it all started, I planted the plant right here on the pole. Why? Because it's a pole bean plant, of course. So I figured, okay, it's going to grow up the pole. But it went beyond the pole, and it wanted to grow more. We'll get a close up here. And as you can see, I had to add rope, more rope. And it even went over to the next pole, which I did not even expect that. And then I even tried going beyond the next pole up the rope, and I added that one to the rain gutter. And I actually had to add rope to the rain gauge pole over here. So it took over everything. Never was expected. Now we can come around over here and we can get an idea of the vast size of this thing. And you get a huge one plant. Come around on the back here. It's huge. I'm gonna crawl in here. We're gonna take a good look at this one bean plant. That's it, way up there. I have to use a ladder when I pick beans. It's crazy. I'm going to grab the camera and we are going to take a look to prove it that this is only one plant. The plant was planted right here by this pole, by the aluminum pole here. See, there's the base of it. It's almost 1 inch in diameter. 1 inch in diameter. It's huge. Take a good look again here, another angle. And there's a lot of stalks that extended from it. They're just touching the ground. It is not actually growing from the ground. It's just soil there, empty soil. That's just touching the ground. That's not another plant. And we go over and keep on going farther and farther this way. And there's the next pole, nothing growing around that pole. It's all open soil there. So the source of this whole plant is right from this stalk right there. There's also a little rust on the leaves here, which not really exactly sure why, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the health of the plant because, you know, it got huge. Within the last week it started. Little rust spots on the leaves, some disease developing. But it's only about a month left in the growing season, and it's not going to really matter a whole lot, so I'm just going to let it go and see what happens. I'm going to hand the camera back to the camera girl, and we'll come around here. And as you can see, it's a monster. And my secret soil formula. It all starts here. Every year I put a lot of peat moss in there. I use peat moss, mix it in. Also sand, lots of fine sand, and I find that clay sand works the best because it's real fine, it's not porous, everything, so, and that mixes in there real well. But the more important thing here is the compost pile, which will come back to the back of the yard here. So every time I get plant debris, I throw it in here. You see banana peelings, weeds, whatever it is, corn cobs, beans that I missed from before that are overgrown, that would be too tough anyways. Throw it all in here. And then after a couple of weeks of mixing, it turns into this, which is very highly composted lawn clippings and plant debris. Not quite usable yet, but after a year later it becomes very usable, which is on the other side over here. Rich compost. It's just black dirt, real black. Check it out, black dirt. That's after a year. This is what I use to put in the ground, and I add about 3 inches to raise the soil bed, and I put a lot, and I mix it in there every spring before I plant my gardens. And that's the main magic to growing a huge bean plant, plus a lot of other stuff too that I do. So here we are. That's the story of the bean plant. Lots of beans. You can see beans here, beans here. They're ready to pick, and I'm going to be picking beans after I'm done with this video, and then we are gonna shoot more video and see how much I actually picked. I usually get about 5 pounds of beans, enough to fill up a 5-gallon pail, at least halfway. It's enough to feed 4 people, if not a lot more, and fill them up besides, and then have enough left over for another time. So that's really concludes part 1 of Steve's giant bean plant. I'd like to offer my thanks to myself for making this video possible, and also the camera girl for making this video possible. So that concludes part 1. We'll see you in part 2 sometime soon. Hope you enjoyed the video.